Hello everyone! In this video you will learn how to write an advantages and disadvantages essay. Let's have a look at the overview. First, you will learn about the basic structure of an advantages and disadvantages essay. Second, you will be provided with some exercises for practice. Then, there will be some tips to follow. Finally, there will be some references for further study and practice. Now let's start. As the name indicates, an advantages-disadvantages essay discusses both advantages and disadvantages of a chosen topic in equal detail. It consists of three main parts. Part 1, an introductory paragraph. In this paragraph, you prepare your reader for the topic. Part 2, body paragraphs. In an advantages-disadvantages essay, there are two body paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you write about the advantages, and in the second body paragraph, you write about the disadvantages. You need to do this in an objective way. Part 3, a concluding paragraph. In this paragraph, you summarize both sides, both advantages and disadvantages, and state your own opinion about the topic. So, in all advantages and disadvantages essays, your task is first to describe positive and negative sides of a given topic, and give your own opinion in the end. Here you can see the basic structure of an advantages-disadvantages essay. Okay, topics for questions will vary, but ideal answer structure is more or less the same for all advantages and disadvantages essays. For this ideal answer structure, you need to follow these three steps. 1. Produce ideas for your own answer before you start writing your essay. 2. Decide what you think about the topic. And 3. Write your essay. Here is a sample question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online shopping? Now, let's follow the three main steps on the previous slide and answer this question all together. So, step 1. Produce ideas for your answer. Now, you need to make a list of the advantages and disadvantages of online shopping before you start writing your essay. If you want, you can pause the video and make a list for the advantages and disadvantages. Let's see the advantages and disadvantages. For the advantages, you can write opportunity to shop whenever and wherever you want, and accessing a wider variety of products, and comparing different products easily. As for the disadvantages, you can say no chance to try out the product, long delivery time, and some security problems concerning credit cards. So we have a list of the advantages and the disadvantages, and step 1 is over. We can move on to the second step. Decide what you think about the topic. Do you think there are more advantages of online shopping than its disadvantages, or there are more disadvantages of online shopping than its advantages? You need to decide now. Let's say we think that there are more advantages of online shopping than its disadvantages. Second step is over, so we can move on to the third step, write your essay. For you to be able to write your essay, remember there are three parts of an advantages and disadvantages essay. Part 1, introduction. In the introduction paragraph, we make a general start and keep it short. And we state that the topic has both advantages and disadvantages. This is the last sentence of the introduction paragraph, and it is called a thesis statement. Here you can see the introduction paragraph about the advantages and disadvantages of online shopping. As you see in this paragraph, first we make a general start, and at the end of the paragraph we write that online shopping has many advantages, but it also has some disadvantages. Part 2, body paragraphs. The first body paragraph is about the advantages. In this paragraph, we state that the topic has 2 or 3 main advantages. This is the first sentence, and it is the topic sentence. After this sentence, we explain each advantage one by one, and we give examples for each advantage if possible. Here you can see the first body paragraph. Now pause the video and read the first body paragraph about the advantages of online shopping. Part 3, the second body paragraph. We write about the disadvantages in this paragraph. And in this paragraph, first we state that the topic has 2 or 3 main disadvantages. Again, this is the first sentence and it is the topic sentence. After this sentence, we explain each disadvantage one by one and we try to give examples for each of them if possible. Here you can see the second body paragraph, which is about the disadvantages of online shopping. Now pause the video and read it. And the part 4, the final part, this is the conclusion paragraph. In this paragraph, we briefly state the advantages and disadvantages, and we give our final opinion about the topic. This is important. In the conclusion paragraph, you shouldn't enter any new information or ideas. Here you can see the conclusion paragraph about the advantages and disadvantages of online shopping. Now pause the video and read it. Alright, so far you have seen the basic structure of an advantages and disadvantages essay. Here is another question for you. What are the advantages and disadvantages of developed tourism industry in the modern world? Let's do the following exercises according to this question. For exercise A, pause the video for 5 minutes and make a list of the advantages and disadvantages of developed tourism industry and decide what you think about the topic. Now pause the video. Okay, let's see the advantages and disadvantages. For the advantages, we can write increased spending and a boost in country's economy and new job opportunities for local people. As for the disadvantages, we can write destruction of popular tourist destinations and the environment and local people's loss of privacy. Now pause the video and compare your answers with the ones on this slide. Okay, now we can move on to the exercise B. For exercise B, pause the video for about 7 to 10 minutes and write an introduction paragraph about the advantages and disadvantages of developed tourism industry. Okay, here you can see the introduction paragraph. Now pause the video again and compare your introduction paragraph with the one on the slide. Let's have a look at exercise C. For exercise C, pause the video for 10 minutes and write the first body paragraph. Remember, you will write about the advantages in the first body paragraph. Now pause the video. Okay, here you can see the first body paragraph about the advantages of developed tourism industry. Now pause the video again and compare your advantages paragraph with the one on the slide. For exercise D, pause the video for 10 minutes again and write the second body paragraph. Remember, you will write about the disadvantages in the second body paragraph. Now pause the video. Okay, here you can see the paragraph about the disadvantages of developed tourism industry. Now pause the video again and compare your disadvantages paragraph with the one on this slide. Let's move on to exercise E. Finally, for exercise E, pause the video for 5 to 7 minutes and write the conclusion paragraph. Okay, here you can see the conclusion paragraph about the advantages and disadvantages of developed tourism industry. Pause the video again and compare your conclusion paragraph with the one on the slide. Okay, here are some tips for you to follow. First, plan your ideas before you start writing your essay. Make a list of the advantages and disadvantages before you start writing your essay. You can spend 5 minutes doing this. Second, remember to write in a formal tone. Don't forget, this is an academic writing. And use linkers, coordinating conjunctions, transitions, and adverbial clauses in your essay for the sake of writing fluency. And finally, you may want to use some alternative ways to say advantages and disadvantages if you do not want to repeat the same words again and again. So here are some alternative ways. These are benefits and drawbacks, pluses and minuses, pros and cons, and good and bad aspects. Alright, after you cover the basic structure of an advantages and disadvantages essay and do the exercises on this video, go to your supplementary packs for further study and practice. On the left, you can see the relevant exercises on your packs. On the right, you can see some extra essay topics. Choose one or two of these topics, write an advantages and disadvantages essay, and ask for feedback from your teacher. That's all for now. Keep on good work and have a nice day.